Click the link on our website or just go to citybizdirectory.com for all the info. Hello, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Tech Bites Radio. My name's Laura. We have Jameson here. We have Susan Kemper, and we have Barry Fitzgerald. We were talking about electronic health records. What I try to do with the show is bring technology news that you can use and help let you know some of the things that affect everyday people. I mean, I try to give you some cool technology gadgets, but this is actually really, really important. This is something that's happening to everybody. And some people aren't paying attention to some of the laws that are going on with electronic health. Some people have it as a hot button. I want you to call in if you have any comments, questions, concerns, 430-CHAT. That's 430-2428. And we're going to be talking about some security issues. Susan, you brought up security with the electronic health, and we were talking during the break, and I want you to relay that again.
Yeah, it actually, from my perspective, has to do with patient safety.
Right.
You know, you hear about, medication errors and things, and with the electronic medical record, if a physician, for example, is ordering medication for you, they can actually go into the computer, put the order in, and then it goes directly to the pharmacy. There's no middle person of a nurse transcribing, or there's less errors. And the Institute of Health Improvement has demonstrated that again and again. If you have what's called physician order entry, it really, really helps. The other thing is Mark Milner, who is our Director of Case Management, and Susan Wolf, who's our Vice President for IT, they had the foresight to be able to start looking at what are other ways that we could be dealing with patients and their quality of care, their length of stay in a better way. And so we actually went to the Allscripts program probably about 3 months ago, and have really found that it's dramatically improved the length of stay and our ability to send out less information to people, and also to be sending it to the right people, knowing that we have a business service agreement with the company that everything is protected. And prior to this, you could send records to 17 places. You were faxing them. You didn't know who was getting the fax on the other end. This way, everything's encrypted and it's all safe. And we've been very positively impacted by the Allscripts program.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure Barry's very glad to hear that.
Absolutely.
We at Bite Shop, we actually are collaborators with Barry on the Allscripts. So any doctors, if you have any questions and you want to get on Allscripts, contact me at Bite Shop. My information's on the website, but you can call 325-4BIZ and ask for Laura, and I'll get you in touch with Barry. And the information will be on the blog, though, so they can contact you directly if they wish, but I'm happy to be middleman for that. But I know that you've been very happy with Allscripts, and I mean, only 3 months, it was pretty smooth transition.
Yeah, it actually went very smooth. They came in and did really extensive training. And it was live training, so that we actually I participated, we were all on the computers, and we had mock patients, and it was as though we were sending the patient to different places. The other thing I think that's really important is customer satisfaction, and we found that we've had an improvement in physician satisfaction and patient satisfaction relative to being able to move patients to a different level of care more smoothly and efficiently, because everything's right there. If somebody's looking for a place in Kentucky, it normally we'd have to call and look in the phone book and, really struggle with that. And now we can just go in and ask, what place in Kentucky has this service that our person needs, and then we can send the information and then see what happens.
I think that's fantastic, especially since this is a heavy snowbird area. Actually, not even snowbird, but people that have residences in different states, and they go back and forth and back and forth. So, it's a very ease of service.
Right.
Very friendly for people down here specifically. I mean, anywhere, but very specifically here. And you were talking before, Barry, about the vault. I know there are people that travel for business. They may be, 1 day in Vegas, 1 day in New York in the same week. And if they have that and there's some emergency, they have all of the records. So there's no, all of their allergies are there. They're not prescribed something they shouldn't be. Say they're unconscious, they get hit by a car. doctors wouldn't normally know what they're allergic to. They have the vault there. It's good.
Very good. Very good.
Right, or even what medications they're on.
Right.
There's another patient safety factor that we do. It's called medication reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
So when the patient comes into any port of entry, whether it's outpatient, emergency department, a direct admit to the hospital, they have to go through a reconciliation process to say, what are all the medications that you're on now, so we don't end up with medication interactions that could be life-threatening. And what's been frustrating without the electronic medical record, particularly with geriatric patients, is that they often don't know what they're on.
Right.
Well, I take that little pink pill, and then I take the white one at bedtime, and so
it could be Flintstones.
yeah.
For all you know.
So the medication reconciliation with the electronic medical record captures everything they're on when they leave, and then as we grow, because it's an internet-based program, then we don't have to worry about, losing service, or, if you get a sunspot or,
Right.
or whatever, it's all right there.
Yeah, we were talking about how it's all stored off-site pretty much. You mentioned how it's secured that way. So if there's a hurricane, your records aren't lost.
That's correct.
Yeah. So the vault, I do have a question for both of you. Say, there's a lot of, I pray, my mom's very mentally sane and stable, but, you worry with Alzheimer's patients. They say I become a caregiver to my mother. Would she be able to say, I want her to have access to my records? I would be able to vault it, and that way I could bring it to the doctors if I needed to. I mean, is it,
You would probably get into a living will situation where you are given the rights to do that, and she would have to sign off on that.
Right.
Yes.
And in Florida, actually, I happened to be at a presentation with one of the women from Mellon Bank, and she was saying that they're changing some of the legislation about surrogate decision makers. And, she was making a recommendation that everything be done in terms of durable power of attorney, the difference between that and a living will and a surrogacy and whatever. So it's really important. I think it's one of the greatest deficits that we have in the healthcare system right now, is being able to give your family member permission to have that foresight to invoke what you want. And if that doesn't happen, then you end up having an ethics consult and people trying to figure out whose, wishes are these anyway. So very, very important. But it's the same thing with giving people permission to have access to your medical records. They don't automatically allow your spouse to have access to anything. In fact, in psychiatric medicine, they don't even allow your spouse to know that your spouse is in the hospital if it's a psychiatric issue.
Right. We talked about that there are people that get themselves into the hospital hideout from the law or whoever, because you can't say, yeah, I can't confirm or deny this person's here.
Right.
And you've seen this quite a bit lately because of...
I've seen it in my years a fair number of times, and it's very sad, the economic conditions right now. If people were homeless and destitute before, it's even worse now, and sometimes they truly are just coming in to be able to either get out of the heat in Florida or New England, get out of the cold. So it's a sad situation. However, that being said, we provide treatment for them and we protect their records just as we do for anyone.
Right.
It's sort of everyone gets the same treatment.
Right. It's a very sad situation, but I thought it was, we talk about the security and the safety of the patients and people using that system to get by, but it's amazing. I mean, people worry about their records being exposed, but it's to the point where people use that as an outlet because they know they're secured and they can hide out. People complaining about, I'm worried about my electronic health records being out there, people seeing my records, people, just, passing it out and giving that information. It seems like it's going to be, more secure than ever with the electronic health.
Sometimes I think it gets to the point of being ridiculous. If you have somebody whose child, that is in the hospital and they're in their 20s and, we can't confirm or deny that they're there. It can cause a lot of heartache. But, on the other side, it does really help to protect and ensure the safety of the medical record as it should be.
Right. We're going to have to go to break again. This show's just going by like that, Call the studio, 430-2428. That's 430-CHAT. And we'll be right back after these messages.
The Bite Shop Computers, the name you've known and come to depend on for years, now has a new store in the exciting new Mercado Shopping Plaza in North Naples. Now, not only does the Bite Shop service and sell computers, but their new location is called Bite Shop Style, where they specialize in home automation, home theater systems, and even have a 14-seat training classroom. They can train you individually as well. On the home theater side, they can turn your living room into the latest state-of-the-art theater that can easily be remotely controlled by the click of a button. They simplify home entertainment and even provide the training on how to run all this neat new technology. With computers, personal communication, and home entertainment more integrated than ever, who better than the Bite Shop to bring it all together in one location and make it all come together for you? So stop in today at Naples' newest upscale shopping location, Mercado. The Bite Shop Style, located right across from Bravo Restaurant at Mercado, located off Vanderbilt Beach Road and North Tamiami Trail.
Solve it all with a Bite Shop.
World of Golf has been a Naples landmark since 1986 and is one of the top 100 golf shops in the USA. World of Golf offers an extensive inventory of new and used equipment for men, women, and juniors in all price ranges. World of Golf has a professional, customer-friendly staff willing and able to help with any of your golfing needs. Conveniently located in the Park Shore area at 4500 Tamiami Trail North in Naples, World of Golf is here for all of your golfing equipment, fashion, and accessory needs. Call World of Golf at 263-4999. That's 263-4999 or visit worldofgolf.com.
T3 Communications is your local phone company, specializing in local and long-distance phone services, internet services, and PBX and voice-over IP phone systems. Headquartered in Fort Myers and serving Southwest Florida, T3 Communications has 24/7 live technical support with locally based technicians. T3 Communications also offers data center co-location services to protect your IT infrastructure. T3 Communications is offering special pricing for Tech Bites radio listeners. Call 239-333-2983. That's 239-333-BYTE for your special pricing, and ask Ben about your Tech Bites radio discount. T3 Communications, your local phone company.
AZN Asian Cuisine, Naples' newest hotspot for lunch and dinner, featuring Pan-Asian cuisine, alfresco dining, and an impressive sushi menu. Come join us for our lunch bento boxes all week long or our nightly dinner specials. The place to see and to be seen at the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and US 41 in the Mercado Shops in Naples. For reservations, please give us a call at 239-593-8818 or visit us on the web at aznrestaurant.com.
Hi, this is Laura from Tech Bites Radio. You know where to go for your groceries, but what do you do when you need goods, repairs, or services and you don't know where to go? Don't play phone book roulette. Go to citybizdirectory.com to find quality businesses with integrity. You can even get free gift certificates and see the difference yourself. If you own a quality business and think you qualify, you can contact me and I will be happy to introduce you. Click the link on our website or just go to citybizdirectory.com for all the info. Gadgets, as you call them.
Well, that would be gadgets that you use, but these would be
Gadgets I use.
devices that we use. For example, a patient comes into the doctor's office. Well, there is available a patient portal. I had an experience, and I was explaining to Laura earlier that it took me a half hour to fill out the form that I went to this doctor to have a checkup. And if they had either the Microsoft Vault or they were able to use the USB port device,
jump drive.
then I could have then I could have just given it to them and they could have uploaded that into their system. So that's one automated process that could be more efficient for the patient, so the patient doesn't have to spend so much time filling out forms. Secondly, he would have this patient portal, which is a kiosk, which sits there at the doctor's office, and he fills his information in or slides his card through the kiosk, which would be the medical information card, or it could be a driver's license, which would directly input all that information, the driver's license number, the photo, everything goes right into the Allscripts package. So that's one automated process. A second one is the telephone system. The telephone system now integrates with the EHR system. So the telephone system could be used by the provider to contact the doctor, or for the doctor to contact the patient ahead of time to advise him that he has an appointment coming up. He could even do it two ways. He could have it where it responds back to the doctor and says, I'm going to cancel my appointment. So he doesn't have to really talk to the office. He could do it on the internet site